Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglas Haynes. Pastor Haynes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Rickey Smiley and the Rickey Smiley Morning Show family. I hope everything is wonderful, Rickey. Rickey, today's song, of course, is The Great. For every mountain you brought me over, for every trial you've seen me through, for every blessing, hallelujah, for this I give you praise. Listen, I love this song so much because it has in it the spirit of Sankofa. Sankofa means if you want to move forward, sometimes you've got to look back, and it gives you what Professor Gray Carr of Howard University calls the momentum of memory, where you are fueled by the faith that the dark past has taught us. To quote another song, I'm simply saying that every now and then you ought to have a rear view mirror faith. A rear view mirror faith. You see, you can't drive forward in this thing called life unless you have a rear view mirror, because it's knowing what is behind you that can give you the power to know what you can do in front of you. And so I'm simply saying, have a rear view faith where you look back and recall what God has already done. Have a rear view faith where you remember how God has come through, pull up before. And when God pulls up and shows up, God does for you what you can't even do for yourself. Have a rear view faith, and just remember, if it had not been for God on our side, where would we be? So the good news is, in spite of what's happening to you and around you, there is a God who has already shown you behind you what God can do for you, that will make a way out of no way. And so I can't wait to hear this. Kurt Carr does it. For every mountain you brought me over, for every trial you've seen me through, for every blessing, hallelujah. Get your praise on because of what God has done, and then you can look forward to what God will do. Y'all have a great one.
There it is, Pastor Haynes, man, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church. Let's get into this music. Love you, Pastor Haynes.
Yes, sir. Love you, Rickey. Have a great one.
Yes, sir. You too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 13 minutes after the hour, y'all, front page right here. Alfredas, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Tuesday, June 10th. Here's what's going on in the news. Tensions stayed high in downtown L.A. yesterday as anti-ICE protests shut down streets near the federal building. Meanwhile, California Attorney General Rob Bonta is suing the Trump administration, calling the National Guard deployment unlawful and accusing Trump of stirring chaos for political gain. It escalated when Trump said if he were border czar, Tom Homan, he'd arrest Governor Newsom, after Homan told NBC News that Newsom could face charges for blocking ICE. Newsom clapped back with a "try me," and Homan later said his words were twisted. Trump did not hold back about the protesters. Listen.
People that are causing the problem are professional agitators. They're insurrectionists. They're bad people. They should be in jail.
Wait, did he just say insurrectionists should be in jail? Okay. And across the border, Mexico's president condemned protest violence, but doubled down on defending the human rights of all Mexicans, no matter their immigration status. In other news, big shakeups in the world of public health. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is removing all 17 members of the CDC's vaccine advisory panel. Kennedy says a clean sweep is needed to restore trust in vaccine science. Kennedy is a known vaccine skeptic, but says it's a personal choice that should be made with informed consent from a doctor. At the same time, over 2,000 scientists at the NIH are pushing back hard against changes at the agency. They dropped a letter called the Bethesda Declaration, calling out what they see as attacks on science, public health, and global partnerships. They want their fired colleagues back and a return to real independent research. For info on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
What's up, man, ladies and gentlemen? Manny Pacquiao, one of the greatest boxers of all time, is making a comeback to the ring, man. Nearly 4 years since his last fight at the age of 46. He's making his return to the ring against Mario Barrios July 19th in Vegas. Yes, I'm going to be checking that out. Always good to watch a Manny Pacquiao fight. Former NBA player Doug Christie, he files a lawsuit against ex-wife Jackie Christie. Former NBA player. Let me tell you something, man. This lawsuit is against Chris Webber and his ex-wife. Charges filed as paternity fraud for knowingly misleading him into believing Chantel was his biological daughter.
I can't.
Y'all hear about this?
What?
So he's filing for emotional
Yes,
distress,
all over the internet.
brand manipulation, and more. Chris Webber is allegedly the biological father. Doug is demanding for Chris Webber to be added to Chantel's birth certificate and pay back child support.
Oh, my gosh.
I know Gary going to have some more mess on this, man.
Wow.
I know he's going to have some more on this. Last but not least, man, sad news, high school football star Zaire Brooks at Kipp High School in New Jersey, dead at the age of 16. He spent the night at friend's house, left alone with no adult supervision. Zaire's brother explained what allegedly happened, and pretty much one of the female friends were there, put a gun to his head, and it went off. And they didn't think that the gun was loaded. They were just playing around with it. No criminal charges have been filed yet. As of now, it was a terrible accident. We'll keep you guys posted. So sad right there, man. That's my quick sports report right there. And we got the hot spot coming up next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, 28 minutes before the top of the hour. Time for the hot spot. What up, Alfredas?
What up, Ricky? I am in for the brat, so let's get into it. Sly Stone, the legendary Forest Pine Sly and the Family Stone, whose sound flipped the music game in the 60s and 70s with classics like Everyday People, Stand, and Family Affair, has passed away at 82, y'all. Born Sylvester Stewart, Sly had been battling chronic health issues, including COPD, in recent years. He died in L.A., surrounded by family. R.I.P. to Sly. His sound changed everything. Switching gears, Stars just dropped a premiere date for Magic City and American Fantasy, a hot new 5-part docuseries that dives deep into Atlanta's most iconic strip club and its legendary status in hip-hop and black culture. Ricky, did you ever go?
All the time. If you see anybody on the back couch sleep, it was me. I used to go with Earthquake all the time and go in there and fold up and get a good nap because I'm not a night person. But
oh, wow.
I remember going.
We had talking girls into doing something better with their life.
Yeah. I always find a little skinny stripper with glasses sitting in the corner like she was supposed to be there. Go over there praying with her, interceding.
Oh, gosh. Well, executive produced by Drake and Jermaine Dupri, the series features candid interviews with heavy hitters like 2 Chainz, Nelly, Shaq, Quavo, Killer Mike, and Big Boy. Magic City's nearly 40-year rise from the club scene to cultural powerhouse gets the full spotlight. Catch that premiere on Friday, August 15th. And, of course, culture's biggest night, the 2025 BET Awards, went down last night. It was a who's who of everything black culture. Mariah Carey, Jamie Foxx, Snoop Dogg, and Kirk Franklin were honored with the Icon Awards. We're going to share some highlights with you later this morning, and we're going to open the phone lines to hear, what you thought about it as well. Real quick, Gary, did you have fun in L.A.?
Yeah, I had fun, but girl, I was nervous, baby.
Why?
You?
Ricky, all that doggone protesting and stuff was going on, honey, out there, baby. It was a mess.
Yeah.
It was a lot of mess, honey. These people, it was people all out in the streets. I'm like, Lord, will I be able to get to the airport and get back home? But I made it back home safe in his arms.
But God, look at
Won't
he do it?
Won't he do
Yes,
it?
honey.
For more info on these stories, go to RickySmileyMorningShow.com, and you can catch me on social media at George Alfredas. Hit us up for those wake-up calls, 866-9-RICKY. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Good morning, Ricky. Listen, school can be a grind for a lot of students, no doubt. But here's the thing. Knowing the basics about where you live shouldn't be rocket science, right? How about this? A high school counselor recently went viral after dropping some eye-opening truths about what his students don't know. He says part of his job is career building, like career counseling, which means helping kids fill out applications and get ready for life. But every year it feels like the basics are slipping away. He's seen students who don't even know their own zip code, their own area code, what country they live in, or even what a semester means. Yes, some can't even point to their own state on a map, Ricky. So it's a tough reminder that schools might be missing the mark when it comes to teaching real-world essentials.
Okay, so other teachers started to chime in to add to the list, sharing stories about their students, saying stuff like, some students who don't know all their teachers' names, middle school students who can't read, students don't know their home address, students can't spell in general, and the list just went on and on.
Yeah. Some educators are warning about this thing called learned helplessness. That's that moment when kids just Google everything to pull answers off their phone, so they stop really thinking. So here's the advice. Keep it old school. Don't just hand over the answers. Help them build the brain muscle. If you got little ones, read to them and read to them a lot. And as they grow, let them see you reading.
You can't read.
That's what I was going to say. Let them see you reading too. If parents put in that effort, maybe we can slow down this slide into full-on idiocracy. Remember we were little, we had to go get them thick. Everything was in an encyclopedia, and your parents didn't go get it. We're like, go get it, A through Z, go find it.
You had to look up stuff and read those chapters and take notes.
Oh, the Dewey Decimal System. Oh, Lord.
Y'all think they need to bring back cursive writing in schools?
They actually have it at my kid's school. He has to write in cursive.
Absolutely.
Critical thinking skills.
Critical thinking. Guess what, though? We're lazy, too. Don't think I won't Google some stuff. I'm a Googler because it's right there in front of me, and it's just easier.
When you can get it on the phone instead of going to open up an encyclopedia.
Right.
Or whatever. I think most people threw their encyclopedias away.
Yeah.
But we know how to do it. We have the skill set to do it. They don't even have the skill set to do it.
Yeah, we the last generation, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The common sense, the common courtesy, to sit up straight, the table manners, the etiquette. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. And if you would have saw me Sunday, just even with Sunday dinner, correcting and taking arms off tables, placing forks in the hands the proper way, napkin, and all of this kind of stuff, like I still teach it.
Yeah.
I still teach it. I just can't let you sit there and just eat like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you know what? They go to school and their friends aren't eating like that, so we got to keep doing it and we just have to keep doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, man, God bless you. That's good. That's a good story, but yeah, we have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
If you're broke, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bites you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Y'all, Gary had the tea and the Kahlua other day. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. BET 2025 BET Awards last night took place, y'all. And let me tell you something. It was very interesting. I liked a lot of it, and I thought, I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little disappointed, y'all, because people had told me, I got messages from all over the country saying that BET was going to definitely have Beyonce the last night, and she wasn't there. They say, honey, they changed the award show. They said because Beyonce was coming. They used to have it around my birthday, around the 29th, and they changed. They said they changed it because Beyonce said she was definitely going to be there to receive her award, but Miss Carter...
Has she ever been there?
I think she
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. When she first started, of course, when you first start, you got to go. When she was a Destiny's Child, she went. But after she became a bigger star, I'm sure, those shows like that, if they weren't the Grammys or the Oscars and stuff, she probably had...
She Cowboy Carter now. She got to go to the Country Music Award.
Yeah. Yeah, but she wasn't there. But anyway, the people that was there last night, it was really nice, Ricky. The people looked nice. They didn't look as good as I wanted them to look, though. But,
Of course, for you,
It's not
Gary.
the Met Gala.
Yeah, it's sure not the damn Met Gala. But golly, Rick, they tried a little bit. But I still, when we go to the Met Gala and the Oscars and the Grammys, we pull out the best, honey. But they had some of the best and worst looks last night. And I was just like, girl, in particular, honey, now some people try to say Keke Palmer outfit was not cute. But I thought Keke, she looked,
nice.
she looked real nice. I mean, she gave it. I mean, I loved it. I mean, it was part of the best dress look. I mean, she had the two-piece on. She had the nice little train on. You know, she was wearing the black and white. They were saying that the bob was cute. Her train was cute. And the little sheer top, everything was good. And she did it again. Now, Kevin Hart, they were talking about Kevin Hart's look. I mean, he had a simple black tuxedo suit, honey, and, you know, it was...
Less is more, Gary.
Less is more, Ricky, but God dog here. I mean, why are y'all wearing the same
had
thing?
to change clothes. He was hosting.
Yeah, what you supposed to wear?
Yeah, but what you supposed to wear? I mean, give me a little bedazzlement or whatever. His white
He
dress.
put on the mink coat and did the usher.
That big old red coat. Yeah, the police, and that almost fell, but...
I'm glad that they let him host. I just absolutely love Kevin Hart. Entertaining, funny, gonna come up with some good sketches. You cannot go wrong with Kevin Hart.
Did anybody else see Lizzo? I thought she looked amazing.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
She looked really good.
Andrew
She
Tate looked good, but let me
looked
find Lizzo.
really good.
Yeah, but now Jordan Sparks. Lord, I'm like, what did Jordan Sparks had on? God, that girl in the church dress, honey. Now, they said the look inspired, you know, they say the look inspired a lot of people to, honey, buy more peach for the summer, honey. Because, you know, that she on that cute peach dress, honey, and her cute little purse, whatever. But one of the worst looks, and I knew damn well she better got on the worst look, honey, Kalani. All them tattoos on her body and that dress, it almost camouflaged into her body look. You know, they said Kalani, they said she was giving a wedding guest look, like she was going more to a wedding than doing the red carpet. Then they had honey, Miss Tisha Campbell, baby. They said this girl looked. They said they couldn't believe that she was looking that comfortable in that dress because all that fabric she had on looked like it was a leather dress. But I like Tisha, so I ain't gonna say nothing bad about her. And some people try to come at Sierra, baby. You will not
baby,
talk about Sierra, baby.
So
now
cute.
Sierra looked good, but the only thing about it, I feel people was upset about because she had a baseball cap on. And Sierra, you listen because she loved the show. And she gave me a great interview, honey, in the radio room. But she just had a baseball cap on, Ricky, with a cute dress.
But
on.
it's the look. I love that she had like the leather shirt and the look. She's from Atlanta. She had the A. Listen, she looked.
Yeah,
she
bring
gave
it down. You can bring it down a little bit.
I loved
but
it.
Ricky, but the baseball cap.
It was cute.
Yeah.
She gave a look.
No,
It was
away-
shabby
Like, you
chic.
know how you put a baseball cap to dress it down a little bit?
Yes, that's what
I
she
had on
did.
suits and the baseball cap, you know, to the back or to the front and just dress it, bring it down a little bit. Yeah, that's good.
Did y'all not hear what I said? The red carpet, honey. You don't do that on the red carpet.
But she also had on baubles and leather, and she looked great.
She had on a damn baseball cap, and they said it wasn't cute. Sierra, I love you, girl, honey, because she's coming to the show, too, Ricky. We love her. Baby, Sierra is so great, honey. Baby, Ricky, when that girl came in and sat down and I did the interview with her, honey, she just class, honey. She was moving her way over, honey, to the Rickey Smiley morning booth, even though she was coming to see me, too. But she moved her way, and baby, she gave us a cute little interview. Now, she got a little upset with some people, but we ain't talking about that. But anyway.
Who she was upset with? Somebody from our show?
But anyway,
nothing.
Ricky, I'm gonna tell you later, damn it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna tell you on the air.
What about T.I. and Eris?
Add fuel to your fire. What you said, Alfredas?
What about T.I.? He looked cute. They looked cute.
T.I. His suit was.
Tell me the blue suit.
Yeah, that blue, but I understand that suit though, because I don't care damn what y'all say. I like T.I. and stuff, but that suit was very interesting.
He and Eris were dressed alike. He and his baby were dressed alike. I thought that was cute.
Yeah, but I tell you what, honey, who people talking about said, baby, Snoop Doggy Dogg and his wife, baby. They said, that blue, honey. They said that man is right there. It was like, honey. Now some people say, honey, weird doesn't always mean bad. They say now the monochromatic look. They say yes, honey. Does the shade of blue look, honey, amazing on Snoop? They said yes, but they said that match outfits with him and his wife had on. They said, honey, they went too far over the edge. So it just, but I'm glad he gave his wife a nice tribute last night. He spoke very highly of her. You know, he said she stayed with him. You know, because, you know, they kind of had, you know, allegedly a few, you know, little shake up there. And, honey, she stayed by his side, honey. She with her husband, and everything looks great. So, Jamie Foxx tribute was really nice last night, too. I enjoyed it. I mean, you know, it brought tears to his eyes. And it was nice to see he and both his daughters that was sitting last night. Ludacris gave him a good tribute. Tank did a good job. Babyface did a good job. Jennifer Hudson, she did a good job as well. You know, the people were nice. T-Pain. I mean, it was a really nice award show. Now, you know, like I said, the people did kind of come. You know, they came good, but they could have did better than they always do, you know, when they go to all these other award shows. So it was a good look, and we liked them, and everything was beautiful, and I love it. I'm so glad they invited me, and I can't wait to go back another year to the BET Awards because the radio room, the media room, I should say, was really nice because, Rick, when the people come through, they be fighting, honey, to get to your booth. Can you take such and such? Can you take such and... And me and Shamia, honey, we was like, oh, yeah, we could take them all. We were taking all around us and everything because there's so many new artists out there, Rick. I'm like,
right.
I mean, it was amazing. I'm like, boy, and believe it or not, these people are going to be big stars tomorrow, honey. So they're going to be coming on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Oh, yeah.
Your friend Major said hi. You know, Major, he come by and do his promotion, honey. So he said, tell Ricky hi. I said,
tell Major, I said, what's up?
Yes, honey, he was begging for tickets. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry. But anyway, the color today.
Don't do that. Messy as hell.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite color. My color today, y'all, in honor of BET again, honey. It was black, honey, because it was a beautiful black moment. So on the high end, you say black, and on the low end, you say noir. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the C. All right, this is the morning show. I got your wake-up call. Y'all get at me 866-9-R-I-C-K-E-Y. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Calling from Concord, North Carolina, Tina Moore, Concord class 1976. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Chuck D from Houston by way of Birmingham, Alabama. Rickey Smiley's favorite, Alpha. Just wanted to say, wake up to the morning show. Wake up, wake up.
Hey, this is Tammy calling from St. Petersburg, Florida. I want to wake up my granddaughter, my son, and my daughter. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, my name is Cecil out of Akron, Ohio. Wake up my grandbabies and my daughters and my McDonald's workers.
Wake up. If you listening on your radio, it's a whole gang of cities tuned in, locked in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Say Gainesville, wake up. Meridian, wake up. And Greenwood, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Dallas, wake up. In Chicago, wake up. ATL, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, what up, Chuck? Hey, Gary, what you got coming up next?
All right, Ricky, coming up, y'all, I'm going to be expanding your vocabulary with the word of the week next on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Capital G, capital A, capital O, capital T.
B-I-C-T-H.
John. J-O-B.
E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagle!
It's time for Gary's Word of the Week.
And you know this, man.
You better believe it, man. It's time to expand your vocabulary with the word of the week. Gary's going to give us a new definition and let us know how to use the word in a sentence. All right, Gary, what word will you be expanding our vocabulary with this week?
All right, Ricky. Now, this word is easy, so he could have kept this word, whoever put this one together. This week's word is extraterrestrial.
Gary, you had it.
Yes, extraterrestrial.
No, sir.
You was almost there.
Yeah.
So close.
The end.
You fumbled at the 5-yard line.
Okay. It's a noun.
I mean, you ran it all the way down the field and fumbled at the 5.
Leon Lett.
What a doggone shame.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Extraterrestrial.
Oh.
Extra.
You ain't never heard that word. You ain't never heard that word before. Say the word that you heard before.
Extraterrestrial.
You remember the movie E.T.?
Right.
Yeah.
How you say that movie, E.T.?
Extraterrestrial.
There you go.
Extraterrestrial.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, extraterrestrial. Well, it's spelled, damn it, extraterrestrial. T-R-A-I-L.
Yeah, it is, but that's not the correct way to pronounce it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Let's say it again.
Extraterrestrial. Look, damn it, let me fix my tongue.
Oh.
Extraterrestrial.
There you go.
There you go.
Extraterrestrial.
There you go.
Yeah.
You did that.
Extraterrestrial. Okay. Extraterrestrial.
What does it mean?
It's a noun, and it's pronounced extraterrestrial.
Okay. And the definition?
The definition of it is, hold on, let me make sure I say it right. The definition of or from outside the earth or its atmosphere.
Uh-huh. And example.
Here's an example. Jesus. If aliens from outer space landed on Earth and I was the first thing they saw, they would probably think that they would probably think that I too was an extraterrestrial.
You didn't even read the sentence right. That ain't what the sentence said.
It says, if aliens from outer space landed on Earth and I was the first thing
It doesn't
they
say I was.
But
you got to read it in third person.
Well, what's that?
The way it's written.
Well, that's damn it in third person.
No, it's not. Read the words that are written on the paper.
If aliens from outer space landed on Earth and I was the first thing... Look, God damn it, this is what it says.
It is what it says.
That is what it says.
Ricky,
That is what it says.
This is what in the hell it say.
Yeah, keep going.
And Gary with the T.
Well, honey, you whoever wrote this needs to change the copy.
Oh, so they
because
didn't
this is
change
what
the
I'm
copy?
reading.
Okay.
No, what it say?
It makes more sense if you read it the way it's written like that. So read it.
If aliens from outer space landed on Earth and Gary with the T was the first human they saw, they would probably think that he, too, was an extraterrestrial.
See how much more effective that was?
Wow.
No, what's an extraterrestrial?
Like E.T.
You just gave us the definition.
Just remember the movie E.T., the dude riding on the handlebars of the bicycle?
Yeah.
Basically, it's saying you look like they'll think that you're extra. They'll think that you're some kin to them if they came to the United States. They came to Dallas or Atlanta.
Thank you, Mr. Smiley.
And they'll look at you and they say, that's our cousin.
Oh, Ricky.
Pretty much what that's saying. Basically saying you look like E.T. with a chin.
Oh, Ricky.
No, I know what Special K saying. Talking about E.T. and them get down here. They out of all the people that's in the United States, they'll recognize him and that dude that Angela, what's the name married to?
Oh.
Angela Russell Simmons.
Yo Gotti.
Yeah, Yo Gotti.
Oh.
No, that ain't
cool.
Oh, you Yo Gotti's cousin. I'm like, no.
All right, Black Tony, what's up?
Hey, let me get started right now and just say I'm sorry. I apologize, Ricky Smiley. I apologize. Alfredas, I apologize. Rod T, Gary, everybody, I apologize that I'm not there right. I'm sorry, Alfredas. I don't mean to bring everybody down. I know folks just trying to have a good time, go to work in the morning. I know I'm not there. But I'm just too emotional right now.
Oh, no.
What happened?
It's just too much. It's just too much on my family right now, and I need everybody to pray for my family.
Okay.
So you're not coming to work today?
Ricky, I need you to pray. I need Miss Jane. I need Big Chris. I need Bishop Paul Walker. I need Eddie Haynes. I need all of these folks to pray. Ben Crump. I need everybody to pray. Just Kurt Franklin.
So you're not coming to work?
I need what the other one name? Who you like? Paul. What the other dude?
Bishop
like,
Paul Morton.
Yeah, Paul Morton. Warnock. I need everybody to pray for me.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Alfredas.
What? Why are you crying?
I love
What
my
happened?
grandmama so much.
Oh,
My
no.
grandmama, she let me stay. I've been staying in my grandmama's house for 12 years.
Oh,
And
no.
she don't put me out. And I just left the hospital.
Oh, no, don't say it. What happened?
Yeah. We were worried about it all weekend, and we found out this morning that what's wrong with her.
Who talking to your mama?
My grandma, my big mama.
What's wrong with her?
I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
They said she got hay fever.
She got what?
She got hay fever, and she can't stop sneezing.
Roxy, what's that?
Man.
She got hay fever.
Mess with your allergies and
Well,
sinuses
and she
stuff.
can't stop sneezing.
That's why you're upset.
How many times
Her
she
eyes
sneezed this
watering.
morning?
Man, it was just nonstop about 50 times. She
Tell me like them dogs.
Yeah.
You know them dogs, when the dog sit on the corner and keep sneezing.
They're going to try to give her some Allegrants and see that she be okay, but just pray for her, please.
You ever seen them dogs when they get in the corner, they can't stop, they have a sneezing fit?
Hey, Shawty, you talking about dogs. I'm trying to get you to pray for my grandmama. But hey, boy, pray for my grandmama, Shawty.
No, I'm saying for
I'm
example.
up here crying and stuff, Shawty, and you talking about some damn dog. Boy, pray for my grandma. Oh, wait, my supposed to be sad.
Wow.
No,
I don't believe you. You can buy Allegra at the grocery store, by the way.
You can?
Yeah. Get us some Allegra.
Okay, I'm going to go to Kroger then.
Sir.
I guess I'll be there tomorrow then.
Hey, at this age right here, we be scared. We safe. You know what I'm saying? We watch the news and stuff. We ain't. See, I'll walk past you. I can walk past you because you're a gentleman. You know, I walk past you, be like, what's up? I'm not walking past these millennials. I'm scared of them. You can call me prejudiced if you want to. Listen, it's 200 degrees outside. They walking down the street with a damn hoodie on. That scare me. And they got some sagging pants and they tight. When you see one walking down the street and they twisting their hair. I be scared to walk past them. I be about to get hit by a car trying to cross the street.
Damn right. Right now,
God bless you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Right now, people.
I can't die. I got something to do next week.
Hold it! He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
Gary has the thing and the caboose today, Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, a beautiful post-BET Awards day. And here's what's happening in the celebrity news. Y'all, Taraji P. Henson, honey. Now, this girl performed last night, but she was on stage last night with Tiana Taylor. But, baby, she's speaking out again today because people trying to be messy with Taraji, and they won't do that. Now, Taraji said that she is definitely setting the record straight, y'all, on the rumors of a feud with Miss Oprah Winfrey and slamming the narrative, y'all, as a targeted campaign. You know, she said they're trying to derail The Color Purple. She said, quote, I think it was just a campaign, honey, so that this black movie wouldn't do well. That's what Ms. Henson said. Now, Henson also denied ever, y'all, taking aim at Oprah during the film's press tour. You know, she said despite, that she was outspoken regarding her pay disparity. She said, me and Oprah, honey, she said, I just have a love and a fondness for her, she said. She said she just texted me the other day commending me on the job well done in Straw. And they're saying that movie Straw is a real good one. I got to check it out and stuff because I haven't seen it yet. Now, they're saying that the Oscar nominee also addressed y'all being unfairly blamed y'all for the film's box office dip. Now, she said, quote, you know, honey, that's BS, baby, she said. Now, Taraji emphasized y'all unity among black women, adding y'all that we are more powerful when we support each other. She also called the field rumors disrespectful and fictitious, unquote. Why they always try to pit black women against one another for one thing and stuff like that? You know, especially like Taraji and Oprah. You know doggone well Taraji ain't gonna say nothing bad about Oprah because she loved Oprah dearly. And like Oprah said, honey, she loved her as well. So she said people need to stop trying to do it, shut it down, and try to mess up the movie The Color Purple. I mean, Alfredas, have you ever been trying to be pitted against another person, like maybe Tamara or somebody?
No way. I don't do that. I don't have girl fights. I'm too old for it.
Yeah. I never forget when my classmates, when I was in the 10th grade, and I went home and told my mama two of my classmates was fighting, two girls. She said, they still fight in the 10th grade?
Right.
So, so she was shocked by it. But if they still fighting in the 10th grade, they still fighting as adults. But nevertheless, this is not a fight. So Taraji said, honey, y'all could shut that down right now.
I know she did because first off, nobody's fighting with Oprah except maybe Monique. But I'm saying besides her, nobody's starting a fight with Monique.
Oh, you mean
with Oprah.
Yeah, so, because Oprah's the queen of all things. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, last night was the BET Awards, and I'm telling y'all, there was a couple of icons, and, one of the favorite icons, because I liked all the ones that, received the icon award, but in particular, y'all, Kirk Franklin, honey, we just love us some Kirk Franklin, honey. He received this icon award last night, and he had a couple of special guests opening up for him, and I was very pleased to see and hear this. So here's how some of that went down.
I am not perfect. I fail. I sin. I'm not a perfect Christian. I'm not a perfect husband. And we all know I'm not a perfect father. I'm not even a perfect artist because I can't even sing. Which makes this award even more amazing because what I really do don't make sense. And if you're listening to this, that's when you know it's God. When it don't make sense.
I love that.
The cameras panned, honey, when he said that. I can't remember the celebrity that it panned on, and his face was like, what? But that was nice. He spoke out and he said he is not perfect.
So humble.
Yes, and none of us are perfect. I mean, Ricky, would you have gotten up and said something like that if you received
Absolutely.
You know, and it was very interesting. It was very touching. But some of the performers that opened up for him, which was really good, he had Tamar, honey. Miss Tamar opened up. She sang a song, honey. Money Long, Jamal Roberts, the guy from American Idol. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, if my recollection served me right, he had a shirt on last night, too, if I'm not mistaken. Because, you know, Jamal, I told him, I said, Jamal, you're not wearing shirts this year? But, honey, because he doesn't wear a shirt, but he did real well. But it was a really good award show, and it was a really good honor for Kirk Franklin, you know, Mariah Carey, and Jamie Foxx, some of the icon winners. They did real good, and it was nice, you know, that they gave them. And a lot of people want to know what's an icon. So an icon, I'm getting an icon is a person that, you know, that's been around for a while, you know, have done a lot of great things in the community and, you know, in their line of work and what have you. And I think all those girls and all those that won are icons. So, Rick, have you received an icon award yet? I think you have, huh?
Nah.
Yeah.
I've received a lot of smaller, you know, a lot of awards, NAACP, awards from different organizations that I participate in or whatever, and I'd be happy with that. SCLC, the National Urban League, stuff like that, yeah.
Well, we're going to put it out there because, damn it, you've been doing comedy for what,
I received the
years?
BET Comedy Award back before.
Yeah,
nice.
but I'm talking about an icon, too, because you've been around for a while. You've been doing
35 years.
35 doggone years.
Man,
you can't
listen.
get more iconic than that.
Listen, as long as God is pleased with me and the things that I do, and God recognizes me and allow me to wake up with my health and my strength to see another day, I don't have to be awarded by man. Yes, like for real.
Yeah.
Man, as long as my children and my grandchildren are healthy or whatever, that's reward enough for me. You know what I'm saying? So God knows my work. He see the things that I do in the community and help me. And I ain't doing it to be rewarded. I do it because it come natural. So I'm good. If they did, it would be nice. And if they didn't, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I woke up this morning. My toe wasn't hurting. My knees wasn't hurting. Nothing. I ain't got to go to dialysis. Nothing. But blessings on blessings. I just thank him for health and strength and everything. And that's it.
And like they say, your award, honey, is your check. So there you have it. Okay.
That part.
Is that what they say?
The cologne today had it on my
None
face.
of them damn envelopes last night had a check in there. Not the one Miss H right here.
Okay.
We thank you for Miss H and Alfred.
Yes, we do, especially today.
Come on.
Yes, oh yeah, yes, Lord. The color today, y'all, is noir. On the high end, you say noir, and on the low end, you say beautiful black. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, so Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The BET Awards 2025 went down last night, and my boy Kevin Hart hosted and did his thing.
Also, I'm going to do my part. I'm shutting down the idea of after parties. No after parties tonight, okay? None. Take your asses home after this. That's why I did it on a Monday. People got to go to work tomorrow. No after parties. That's where shit gets slippery at them after parties, okay? We're learning a lot about people, ain't we? We're learning a lot. Take your asses home.
So true.
It was a proud moment, and the show was phenomenal this year.
Yeah, Ricky, it was culture's biggest night, airing live from the Peacock Theater in L.A., and the stars were in the building. Kendrick Lamar took home Album of the Year for Gen X, which, of course, it's not really a surprise based on the amazing year he's had. Here's a little bit of his acceptance speech.
I ain't been here in a long time, but I always kept in my heart, BET always make sure that they represent the culture right and always put me in the midst of the cycle of what we represent. And that's real, true, down-to-earth music that people can feel. So I always give my heart to BET.
That's what's up. SZA won Best Female R&B Pop Artist. Chris Brown won Best Male R&B Pop Artist. Future and Metro Boomin won Best Group. Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther won Best Collabo. Doechii won Best Female Hip Hop Artist, and she did not hold back when addressing the protests going on in L.A. Check this out.
First of all, thank you so much, BET. This is my first BET award, so this means a lot to me. I grew up watching this. But as much as I'm honored by this award, I do want to address what's happening right now outside of the building. There are ruthless attacks that are creating fear and chaos in our communities in the name of law and order. Trump is using military forces to stop a protest. What type of government is that? And I feel it's my responsibility as an artist to use this moment to speak up for all oppressed people.
Yes, ma'am. Love that. Love that she said that.
All right, girl, Miss Dolce, we hope you be around. But anyway, y'all, now the icons were definitely in the building as well, y'all. Now, Jamie Foxx, he had the longest acceptance speech of the night, and then there was probably not a dry eye in the house. Y'all, check this out.
Hey, when I saw that memoriam, I was like, man, it could have been me. But I don't know why I went through what I went through, but I know my second chance I'm not going to turn down. I'm not going to turn down. I have so much love to give. I told him, I said, man, bro, just give me one more crack at this. And I promise, I said, whatever reason you put this on me, I promise I'm gonna do right.
Oh, he got emotional.
Yes, he got emotional. He got emotional a couple of times last night when they were doing his tribute as well. I was like, look at Jamie. It was so touching. He stood up and wiped his eyes. And then people talking, well, he's an actor. I'm like, girl, no, that was real. So, honey, just accept it. But then also, y'all, Snoop Dogg, now he gave big props to his beautiful wife, Shantae. Y'all, here's this.
To my beautiful wife, Shantae. Now, you see, this is why I'm so rock solid, right? This is why I'm able to deal with all of the things that I'm able to deal with. I got God in my life, and I got a queen in my life, right? And no matter what, she held.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Everybody talking about the BET Awards last night. From the red carpet to the 106 and Park reunion. Hey, we want to know what's your good, your bad, your ugly from the show last night. All right, y'all. Hey, if you couldn't get through, y'all hit us up on Instagram at Rickey Smiley Morning Show. At Rickey Smiley Morning Show, and let us know what your thoughts were about the BET Awards. And we got Snoop Dogg live at the top of the show, at the top of the hour. You don't want to miss that. Coming up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
With so much drama in the LBC.
Oh, man, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 7 minutes after the hour, y'all. That was Snoop Dogg's performance from last night at the BET Awards after he honored with an Icon Award. What did y'all think of Snoop?
Man, when I tell you I've been standing up dancing for the last 10 minutes, I forgot how many hits he had.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, come on now. Rock.
Man, come on, dog. Snoop, one of the greatest of all time. He gains the stage. Let me tell y'all something. When Snoop get on stage, you can't help. He just take you back, man. Yes. You just can't help but to start gangster walking it the whole night, man. That was probably my favorite part of the night last night.
Yeah, but not just that. I like the way he spoke eloquently. Because, when you get rappers and sometimes they kind of venture off and stuff, saying stuff, but he spoke very well. I love the way he talked about his wife and what have you. And, about the people, and Dr. Dre, because he and Dr. Dre. And he even talked about, what's his name? What's the other one name? Not Dr. Dre, the other rapper that he kind of had a little beef with him at one point, said that they weren't, working with him.
Master P, Ice Cube?
No, the young
Warren
guy.
G?
Warren G. Yeah, Warren G. Yeah, Warren G.
Yeah.
He even spoke about Warren G, and I was happy to hear him call his name.
Yeah, and also a 106 and Park reunion, and T.I. performed this right here during the BET Awards last night. Check it out.
Rock! Man, let me tell you something, dog. Whoever produced that song right there, dog. What you know about that? That's one of my favorite, Southern anthems of all time. For real.
Yeah, that's back when he was with DJ Toon.
Come on, dog.
Yeah, you ain't finna do nothing if you don't represent the South, man. Hey, man, that was the good, the bad, and the ugly from the BET Awards, man. Thank y'all for your phone calls this morning. What'd you say, Gary?
Nah, I love T.I. I love T.I. And T.I., I know you listen. I was on the same flight with his son yesterday, but I want to know about his suit, though. It kind of looked whispery.
Gary, your son. Man, his suit was hidden. And Gary, you must be tired. They must have woke you up. You sound tired as hell this morning.
Rickey, they been interviewing all those people. Lord Jesus, honey. Yes, I mean, I
know that wore you out.
It wore me out, and then, Rickey, it was freezing. California was cold. Nobody didn't tell me nothing.
It's always, everybody know if you go to L.A., you have to take a coat.
Jesus.
Just don't let the sun, the 90 degrees during the day, fool you, because it's going to be 50-something degrees at night. They always get cool and windy at night with that air coming off the Pacific Ocean or whatever. So, cold at night, hot during the day. And the what?
The plane freeze you. They just freeze you on the plane. They don't get you spread like they used to.
First of all, y'all laugh at me for buying Nike all the time.
I know.
Get you a Nike jogging suit. You never fly without a hoodie. You pull your hoodie over your head to insulate. That keep you from getting sick. put your T-shirt on, put your hoodie on, put it over your head, your baseball cap, and then always buy you a little blanket. A small blanket, put it in your backpack, put that over your legs. You got to have the right shoes on because that air conditioner that's over that window, that little strip of cold air blowing down on you, you got to learn how to travel, man.
Yeah,
that's why I'm never sick.
Yeah, them flip-flops you wear, not going to work on the plane, boo.
Yeah, you can't wear that. Yeah, when you flying, you need to put some comfortable shoes on and some thick socks so you can be comfortable. Because once your feet get cold, your nose start running. Once your feet get cold, it's hard to cool off, but it's real hell to warm up. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to cool off, I meant to say, but it's hell to warm up. You don't want to start getting sick. You got to take care of yourself while you're out there, especially when you out there in California. And I was out there for 3 days last week, and I had a good time. And I feel great because I took care of my body. All right, y'all, we got the front page coming up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines. Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 25 minutes after the hour. Y'all got your front page right here. Alfredas, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. It's Tuesday, June 10th. Here's what's going on in the news. L.A. leaders say they don't need federal backup, and they're ready to fight it in court as anti-ICE protests grow across the country or across the city. The LAPD chief says federal troops on the ground are only making things harder. Attorney General Rob Bonta just filed a suit to block what he calls an unlawful and chaos manufacturing move by President Trump, and says the protests grew after the National Guard got there.
By the time the first few hundred troops arrived on Sunday, the protests had mostly dissipated and streets were mostly quiet and calm.
But this isn't just about LA anymore, y'all. Protesters in more than 30 cities are rising up, shouting down ICE raids and the federal show of force. What started as protest over immigration is turning into a full-on fight over presidential power. Governor Gavin Newsom says Trump is using fear to score political points, and California is pushing back hard. In other news, New Jersey's leading a 16-state lawsuit against the Trump administration over a move to loosen gun safety laws, specifically greenlighting devices that turn handguns into machine guns. Officials say it's illegal and dangerous, especially for kids. A new pediatric study backs that up. It found over 7,000 extra child gun deaths in states with weaker gun laws, while stricter states saw drops at a 1,400% spike in machine gun-style shootings, and states are scrambling to prevent this massive reversal of firearms regulation. In other news, if it feels like tornadoes are popping up everywhere lately, it's because they are. New research shows that Tornado Alley isn't just the Southern Plains anymore. What used to center around Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska is now shifting east, with states like Kentucky, Missouri, and Arkansas seeing more tornadoes than ever. Experts say climate change and warmer temps are behind this shift. So if you are in this new tornado alley, it might be time for you to know your safe spot just in case. For info on these stories and more, go to RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Now, here's a look at sports.
Rock T, the sports genius, is in the building.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Manny Pacquiao, former boxing legend, 46 years old, about to step back into the ring, man. Yes, indeed, man. He's finna leave politics, get back into this ring. He's got to fight July 19th against Mario Barrios in Las Vegas. So I'm down for this, man. Can't wait to see if Manny got some more left into the tank. Gary, if you would indulge into this situation, I want to get your thoughts and your opinions on this sports gossip. Former NBA player Doug Christie files a lawsuit against ex-wife Jackie Christie and former NBA star Chris Webber. The charges filed is paternity fraud for knowingly misleading him into believing Chantel was his biological daughter, emotional distress, and brand manipulation, and more. So Chris Webber is allegedly the biological father to Chantel, and Doug is demanding for Chris Webber to be added to Chantel's birth certificate and pay back child support.
Doug is out of his mind, first of all. Look how old Chantel is. What'd you say, Ricky?
Why?
Because Chantel, first of all, she's a grown damn woman about right now. And my thing is this, though. If Doug did not know that was not his child, I mean, honey, that's his problem. Him and Jackie get married every year. They renew their vows every year. If that's the case, then he should have been renewing those birth certificates and checking out those children to make sure those kids was his. So I don't think he should be able to come on nothing, honey. And my thing is, and that woman may have not known that Doug was not her dad.
But he was led to believe that he was.
Well, and he was, and he is.
But
Daddy
that's why he's supposed to go through a DNA test.
What?
A DNA test.
Yeah, so why you gonna wait this long to take one?
Yeah, exactly.
She grown.
You got that feeling, though. I mean,
Yeah.
them rumors that were surfing around, I got to find out for myself, and that's what he did.
90 years later, I got to go find out. Oh, no. That's your dad, your child, honey. You raised it, you done fed it, you done brought them to a womanhood and stuff, and that's just the bottom line, honey. Christy loved that man. She married that man every year. She renewed her vows.
Oh, my God, please, come on.
Ricky, she renewed her vows every year with him, and Doug does seem like a cornball. So if he was that doggone crazy, honey, hey, Miss Jackie won. But I mean, it's too late for the other guy to be the daddy now, because Doug is the daddy. That's the only daddy she knows, and they should accept it. And as for
all that just made everybody's nerves bad.
And
it's messy.
Who you
It's
gonna
too
sue?
messy.
The city of Los Angeles? Where they gonna get the money from?
He's suing her.
Well, he's mad because Chris Webber knew.
Yeah.
And Chris never said nothing.
Well, because Chris was being a gentleman. He was just sitting back, letting his child being raised by her man.
Ooh, that is messy.
So you just be a gentleman. Don't step in those people's marriage if they happy. Chris saw that Doug and Jackie was getting married every year, Ricky. That's his colleague. So why should he invade, or why should he get in that when he said that they were happy and they were getting remarried every year?
And they were former teammates.
Oh, wow. That just makes it worse. He was duped for that long by his wife and his former team. Ooh, that's too much.
No, but that's the good thing about it. At least he know his child was going to be taken care of, because the man had enough money to take care of him.
Man,
that's dirty.
Alfredas, what you got coming up next?
Hey, you know what?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
It's okay. You ain't even got to tell us what's next, because it is next. It's right now. What up, Alfredas?
So, Ricky, we've been talking about the BET Awards all morning long, and of course, it really was culture's biggest night. We've been playing stuff from the performances. We heard Snoop Dogg, T.I., and now here's Ashanti.
Oh, man. That's Ashanti at the 2025 BET Award. Thank you, Alfredas, for that, y'all. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.